What's up, everyone? Big D here. It's time to review Arrow, the mid-season premiere for Season 3, Episode 10, titled Left Behind. This is a spoiler review. Thanks so much for joining me. Also, don't forget, every Wednesdays, tonight I'm reviewing the season finale of American Horror Story Freak Show. I review Empire and Supernaturals on Wednesday. Thank you so much. This is a spoiler review again, so it should take me less than 3 minutes to recap the episode, tell you my pros and cons of my final score, and my opinion on this episode overall. Thanks again. Also, I do a podcast called Fear the Arrow Podcast. It's like probably every Friday or Saturday I'll do it. Post questions down below if anything about Arrow, if you want me to answer it on my podcast. Don't be afraid, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to rush through it because there's a lot of shit that happened. I'm sorry for using language, but there's a lot, so let me just get through it, man. A really awesome opening, man. Roy and Diggle. Diggle's literally wearing the green, the Arrow costume. It was really cool. He looks pretty good in it, man. Diggle being in the costume. So Roy and Diggle, they take down this guy named Fisher. There's a flashback where Waller doesn't care about Tatsu, which is Masayo's wife. She doesn't care. She wants to get the job done and get this antidote or drug called Alpha, I guess I should say. So Ray is testing this gauntlet, and it's kind of, not to call out Marvel or anything, but name sane, but Iron Man, where he's recording and he's, doing that, but this time it's like kind of doing that. So it's really cool, man. We were seeing Ray in the early processes of working on the Atom suit, which is really interesting. Oliver, we see the height where Oliver fell down, and that's a long way down. Yeah, you're dead. You don't care if it's a comic book TV show. You're dead. That's dead right there, man. One of my favorite scenes, man, is when Danny kills Jose. Danny Brickwell, which is Vinnie Jones, man, the almighty Vinnie Jones, and he literally gives people who he's gonna kill a chance with a gun, but it has like just paint. It's not a real actual bullet. They don't know that, but when they try it, he's smashed in blood. Oh, I didn't expect it to be that hardcore. The flashback where Oliver's ziplining and the glass doesn't break. Masayo shot it, but it didn't break, so he ends up, he has to do something. He'll end up kicking it in later on. Malcolm is looking for Oliver. There's a flashback where the Triad attack once they're in this building, and Malcolm brings the sword of Oliver Queen's, death, the one that Ra's al Ghul used on him. And Felicity and them get the news, and it's an intense moment, man. It's like 3-4 minutes of dialogue, and Malcolm's talking, and John Barrowman, man, the almighty John Barrowman, just talking for a big, good dialogue. And then at the end, I love it how he finishes off, as we see in the trailers and everything, where he says, "Oliver Queen is dead." That moment, it hit me right there. I didn't cry, but I got teared up just the way the reactions were between Felicity and Diggle and Roy. Very good reactions. We see someone dragging Oliver's body. Now, of course, Malcolm said his body is unsalvageable, but this is obviously not Malcolm. It's somebody else. Felicity tells Palmer in another emotional moment where, because she's going through Oliver's death, she thinks he's dead. So he's basically saying, they're not coming back. You being a superhero, Ray, is not going to bring back Anna, which is his fiance, or what would have been. She died. So they're not coming back, so, he gets mad. And Brick is on a mission to get the evidence, to get all the bad guys out for a diabolical plot. Arsenal kicks ass, man. Literally the best action. I'm going to be honest, the best action I've seen out of Season 3 is Roy doing acrobatics. He literally jumped off this guy and then jumped on the pipe. And then there's money shots where he's in the pipe and there's sparkles everywhere. And it's really, really good choreography, lighting, the action, the sparks. Everything was well done. I'm trying to finish up here, guys. Brick does the gun thing with Diggle, and Diggle ends up fighting him, but Brick escapes. Felicity puts the gates down, and they kind of say, like, that was not your choice after, talking. Masayu is the one that brought Oliver, has him in the present, dragging him to a safe cabin. And evidence, 82% of the people that were, to go to court are now let go because the evidence is gone. So that is obviously going to lead to Brick is building an army to take down the Glades. Thought I had to do that. Thea throws scissors at Malcolm. Thought I should just point that out. It's pretty badass. And Black Canary strikes, man. She does the echo or scream, the thing, you know, and Fisher is taken down. She's like, "Who are you?" "I'm the justice you can't run from." It was pretty badass. And then at the end, we see that Oliver put a tracker in Tatsu's or Masayu's. This guy who knows where Tatsu is, he put a tracker in the jacket, so that's a flashback where they'll know where Tatsu is because she's missing. Shauna White has her, and it's linked to Tatsu. And Oliver awakes. He awakens. He's alive, and basically Tatsu is there. So that means that she lives in the flashbacks, and then she lives in the, you know, they're back together, all happy family. And he said, Masayo said she brought you back to life. So overall, I had to rush through that. I'm sorry. I know it took a while, but that's what happened this episode, man. That was the important stuff. What did I think about this mid-season premiere? I'm going to start with my cons first and then get to all my pros. First off, this episode's slow. It's about 30% slow. That's not that bad. It wasn't boring. It wasn't boring. It was just slow. There were slow moments, but yet it kept me interested. Some parts did not make sense whatsoever. Again, like the height thing, his body would have been mangled. It wouldn't have been perfectly flattened out like that. That's also another doesn't make sense. There were a couple bullets where I know it's a TV show and everything, but I see this guy. He literally just like falls. He's just like, ugh. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no like, nothing like that. He just fall. And I was like, no, that you do all this action effects and everything, and yet you can't even do that. That's no. Now the pros. First off, I have a lot, man. The action in this episode, again, my favorite action of almost of all the series. Now there's been better action, but for season 3 wise, this is really good action, and it had me like this. And I'm not usually like that in Arrow. I'm usually like, okay, Oliver's kicking ass, but this time I was like, Arsenal's finally kicking ass. Diggle's finally kicking more ass. We're back to it, man. I love the effects. The effects in this show is pretty freaking awesome. They didn't do a lot of explosions. Just the gun effects and how they do the practical effects were really cool. I love the flashbacks. The flashbacks really keep me interested and keep me wanting to know more about Maseo and his family. Where's this kid, by the way? The acting. Ray. Team Arrow, all of their acting and their reactions, and Malcolm Merlin himself, very great acting. I enjoyed it this episode. I love the twist, and I love that Tatsu brought Oliver back to life, or somehow did that and healed him. I really do enjoy that. I did not expect that. I thought it was Nisa, or Ra's al Ghul's daughter. But of course it wouldn't be, because it'd be too easy, and it's not that predictable. I was thinking the whole time, who is this? I thought Malcolm was dragging him, and he lied to Team Arrow, and he was going to, like, strengthen Oliver. But it was Maseo, and then another surprise, Tatsu. So really, really cool. Ray and Felicity, the scenes with Ray and Felicity always get me going, man. It always keeps me interested. I love the beginning. Definitely one of the best openings for a mid-season break ever. I can honestly say this episode is better than the Flash episode yesterday. The choreography and the fighting is freaking fantastic. I love it. It makes total sense, the choreography and how it gets done. It definitely looks really cool on screen. And I love the ending. Of course, the ending really got me like, yes, I'm ready for the next couple weeks. And Brick. I like Brick as a villain. I like Vinnie Jones as a villain. I think he's really cool and really interesting, and I want to see more of him. Overall, I'm going to give Arrow Left Behind Season 3, Episode 10 a solid A. Thank you so much for watching my review, man. Comment down below. Let me know, what do you guys think about Arrow? And what do you want to see in the coming episodes, since we're in the back half of Season 3 already? If you haven't heard, Season 4 has already been confirmed. They've renewed it, so we will get more Arrow at the end of 2015. Thanks again so much. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this review, if you're ready for more Arrow. As always, share this video. Let everyone know that Arrow is back. Get those ratings up, baby. As always, may Spock be with you. I always say always. Always. Why not? Green Arrow for life, the best superhero in DC ever, shall I say.